Hi friends, it's Miss Malia at the Ross Garden, coming to you with another fun garden lesson this week. First, let's get our seeds ready. 1, 2, 3. Plant the little seed in the dark, dark ground. Out comes the yellow sun, big and round. Down comes the cool rain, soft and slow. Up come the little plants, grow, grow, grow. And that's what happens when we plant those seeds, right? The seeds take root, the roots go sprouting under the soil, and the plants come sprouting up above the soil. But before we plant anything, we need to think about and plan what we want to plant. So today our lesson is called Dreaming of Spring. Any of you like to dream out there? Think about things in the future? So right now it's winter, as you can see in our garden. It's cold. Not too many things are growing, only the things under our tents, under our white covered tents, so they can stay warm. So we had summertime, we had the fall, and now we're in winter when it's cold and not many things are growing. And then we have spring. So right now it's our time to think and plan about the things we want to plant in our garden in the spring, which will be here before you know it. Trust me. All right. So thinking about that, dreaming and thinking about our garden, can you remember what types of plants we've had in our garden before? And maybe our rainbow up here will help you. Think about different colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, or purpley violet, kind of that purple color. Can you think of one plant? Maybe it was a flower. I've got an idea for the yellow: a sunflower. We had some of those in our garden. What about any of the other colors? We had some herbs in our garden. The lavender tips were purple. Right now we're growing some kale and broccoli. Those are green. So friends, today is our chance to really think about things that we're going to want to plant in our garden in the spring. And one way for us to do that is to create a picture, create a collage of ideas. Collage. Do any of you know that word already? Collage. A collage is simply a bunch of small pictures pasted and put together. So right here with me, I have a seed catalog. It's beautiful. Look at those gorgeous tomatoes on the front. We have a lot of different things in here. Look at all these beautiful colors, these gorgeous plants. This is one way. Whoa, look at those. This is one way for us to get some ideas and to help us dream about what we might want to plant in the springtime. Look at this rainbow of colors, of all of these options that we can plant in our garden. Whoa, look at that. These are beautiful. So later on in our lesson today, we'll have the opportunity to take some of these out, cut them out, pictures of things that we might want to plant in the spring. And we can paste them, collage them together, create a collage. All right. So one thing that we have planted also before are some sweet potatoes. Have you had a sweet potato before? Do you know what one is? You might have had some recently. A lot of people tend to have sweet potatoes around Thanksgiving or in the fall. And they are simply a type of plant that grows underground. It's called a tuber. Does that sound kind of funny? A tuber. Can you say that? It's a type of tuber plant. And so to grow new ones in the springtime, we create what are called sweet potato slips. slip. What would that start with? S. Slip. A sweet potato slip is simply just a young, small sweet potato plant that we're starting to grow a new one, a bigger plant, so we can harvest those big sweet potatoes. All right. And from those slips, what will sprout is a root. A root. Who remembers what a root is? Well, here's the ground, here's the dirt, and the root of a plant is simply the part that is growing down into the soil. While the plant and the leaves itself, the stem and the stalk and the leaves grow up out of the soil, above the soil. So the root is down below, and it's almost like a straw. It's almost like the plant sprouts this straw down into the dirt so it can suck up all of the nutrients it needs, all the good, it's like it's good food and water that it needs for it to grow really strong. All right, so today, friends, we're doing our Dreaming of Spring. We're going to have a chance to really talk about the rainbow of colors in the garden that we want to create. And we'll be able to do that with creating a collage. And then Ms. Kim is going to talk you through how to start some sweet potato slips to grow in the garden. All right, friends, see you in a few minutes. Hi, friends. Today we're going to be reading Planting a Rainbow. Ready? Every year, Mom and I plant a rainbow. Did you know you could plant a rainbow? In the fall, we buy some bulbs and plant them in the ground. You ever seen a bulb before? Plant it down in the soil. These are all different types of plants. We order seeds from catalogs and wait all winter long. We have some phlox, some morning glories, some zinnias, some asters, cornflower, marigold, and daisies. We wait for spring to warm the soil and sprout the bulbs. Do you see what happened here? These are the bulbs, and what is sprouting down below them into the soil even deeper? Those roots. Those roots where they suck up all the good nutrients of the soil, which helps them grow above ground and begin to sprout and grow, grow, grow. Then it's time to go to the garden center to select some seedlings. Seedlings are some plants that have already been started, but they're still really small and they need a lot of care. We sow the seeds and set out the plants in soil. Sowing means to put the seeds down into the dirt. Look at all those different plants. And watch the rainbow grow. Wow. And grow and grow. How beautiful. We have some red flowers, carnations, rose, tulips, and orange flowers, tulips, zinnias, tiger lilies, and poppies, and some yellow blooms, daisy, marigold, daffodils. We grow something green. These are ferns. and some blue flowers. Some morning glories, delphinium, hyacinth, cornflowers, and some purple flowers too. Crocus, phlox, iris, violets, asters, pansies. All summer long we pick them and bring them home. And when summer is over, we know we can grow our rainbow again next year. Did you recognize some of those plants, some of those flowers? You may know some of them, and some of them may be new to you. And remember, friends, we can grow a rainbow with things other than flowers as well. So as we're dreaming of spring, let's think about all the fun plants that we can plant here in our garden this spring.
Hi everybody, Miss Kim here. So today we are in our garden at Rosebank and we are dreaming of spring. This is what's called a collage, and it's a dream board of all the things that we want to put in our garden this year. So you can get some catalogs that have different kinds of plants in them, and you can glue them, cut them out and glue them to your dream board. So I already started with some of these awesome flowers. We've got zinnia, which we have in our garden every year. We've got these awesome gomphrenas that are strawberry fields because they look like little tiny strawberries. We've got this gigantic sunflower. Look at that. That is huge. Those sunflower seeds are going to be giant and delicious. So all you need to do is cut out some stuff that looks good. I chose these Lucky Tiger tomatoes, and I'm just going to get my glue stick here and I'm going to put some glue on there. And I'm going to add it to the collage. Look at that. I also thought that this naked seeded pumpkin looked delicious. It's gonna have such good pumpkin seeds inside. Look at all those seeds in her hand. It's gonna have such good seeds for roasting in our classroom next fall. So let's go ahead and put that in. Now this says it'll grow 5 to 8 pounds of pumpkin. The pumpkins will be 5 to 8 pounds, and pumpkins take all summer to grow. So we plant them in the spring, and then we harvest them in the fall whenever it's almost Halloween time. Cool season vegetable, spinach. Gotta have your spinach to get big and strong, right? Yes. Okay, put some spinach on there. And my personal favorite type of Swiss chard, which is a green, it's rainbow chard. And we grow that in our garden every year. So we'll go ahead and put that on there. And then let's see. Oh, these are really neat. These are called Brad's Atomic Grape Tomatoes. They're the size of big giant grapes, and they're kind of like iridescent rainbow colored. So let's try those this year. I think we should try them. They look pretty neat. Let's see. Let's put these over here. Oh, this is so exciting. I can already taste all these vegetables. Here we have tomatillos to make salsa verde or green salsa, which is tangy and delicious. And then, oh my goodness, these are the best watermelons. They're kind of small, but they're super juicy, and they don't have a lot of seeds, which is always a good thing. Oops, I put it on the wrong side. Let's see. Silly. All right, put this over here. Okay. Oh my goodness, our Dreaming of Springboard is looking awesome. Here we have Purple Bumble cherry tomatoes. Oh, that's gonna be so good. Let's put those in there. Let's see, let's put them right here. Right under these tiger tomatoes. And last, but definitely not least, is the pink bumblebee cherry tomato. We'll put those on. And we still have lots of room. So we'll need to go into our catalog and find some new veggies. Maybe some peppers. These are all hot peppers. Probably not a good thing to grow in our school garden, but I do love hot peppers. So just keep looking through your catalog, keep looking at your pages, and cutting out things that you think might be good for our garden. And in a couple months, we'll get to plant them. Keep dreaming of spring, kids. Have a great day. Hi everybody, Miss Kim here. I'm at the Rosebank Garden in East Nashville, and today we are going to talk about growing sweet potatoes from sweet potato slips. Sweet potato slips. Now, the sweet potato has these things that we call eyes. There are these little bumps, and they're all over the potato. Whenever you grow a sweet potato, you can use a whole potato, or you can cut it up into slips. You just have to make sure that each portion that you cut up has these raised eyes, because this is where the roots grow. See the roots growing out of there? They're really thin and they just started growing, but over the next month or so, I'll have tons of roots hanging out of this sweet potato. All you have to do is get an organic sweet potato that has not been treated with chemicals, because if you get a sweet potato that is not organic, they are often treated with these chemicals that what we call inhibit growth, which means these roots will not come out because of this chemical that they sprayed onto the sweet potato. So you want to get one that has not been sprayed with that stuff. And then you get a skewer, like something you grill with to make shish kebabs. You get a skewer and you break it in half, or you can use toothpicks as well, but I had a skewer. You break it in half and you stick it in each side of your potato, kind of toward the middle, toward the top. And then, depending on how big your glass is, and then you put it into a glass or anything that can hold it, a container, and you fill it all the way up with water. And every few days, you're going to need to change your water so it doesn't get all gross. Put it on a shelf or a windowsill out of the way so that pets or little brothers or sisters don't get to it. And after a few weeks, it'll start sending out these awesome roots. And then after a few more weeks, it'll send a vine up. It'll send a green or purple vine going whoop up out of it. Whenever that vine comes up, if it's not in a sunny window, you're going to need to move it to a sunny window until you're ready to plant it into the ground. Now, the thing about sweet potatoes is that you want to have a lot of space, because sweet potatoes are going to shoot the vine out of the top here, and they're going to grow out and out to like 5 feet, like the size of a grown-up laying down in the grass. They grow all kinds of vines everywhere, and then after about 5 months, you're going to have sweet potatoes growing out of that vine. And around fall, which is when we eat sweet potatoes, like Thanksgiving or whatever holiday people like to make sweet potatoes, around fall will be the time to harvest your sweet potatoes, which means you're going to pick your sweet potatoes when they're ripe. And then you can eat them all up, but be sure to save one to do it all over again. There are a lot of vegetables that you can do this with. This is just the sweet potato lesson, but you can do it with all kinds of things. All kinds of plants will grow roots if you put them in water. So you can experiment at home and see what happens. Cut off little cuttings of a house plant or anything, and it'll grow roots a lot of the time. Sometimes they don't, but you should try it at home. It's really fun. Have a great day, everybody.
Hi friends, Miss Malia here. Thanks for joining me for our closing circle for our Dreaming of Spring lesson. Today, we got to talk about and dream about all the things we might plant in our garden this spring. What are some of the things you thought about? Is there a certain flower or herb or plant, a vegetable or a fruit that you're really looking forward to planting? What color is it? Look at all those colors of the rainbow. What color is the plant that you're thinking of, dreaming of planting in the spring? And what else did we talk about today? We talked about making a collage, which is a picture, lots of pictures pasted together to make one big picture. That's a collage. And then we also talked about starting sweet potato slips. And that's how you start to grow sweet potato plants in the garden. Miss Kim took us through that. Is that something that you knew already, that you knew about? What is one thing you learned today that you didn't know about already? We got to see lots of beautiful flowers in our book that we read. Maybe some of those were new to you. Maybe learning how to plant the sweet potato slip. That's new to you, starting the slip and what we do with it next. Maybe remembering what the roots are of a plant. They're the part of the plant that goes down into the soil. It's like the straw that sucks up all the good nutrients so that plant can grow big and strong. Well, we would love to see the collage that you were able to do today. Or if you weren't able to do a collage, that's fine too. Can you share with us your collage? Or if you didn't do a collage, can you share with us something you are dreaming about planting in the garden this spring? Or something that you can share with us that we will plant in the garden this spring. And you can check in on it through these videos. All right, friends, let's get our seeds together. 1, 2, 3. Plant the little seed in the dark, dark ground. Out comes the yellow sun, big and round. Down comes the cool rain, soft and slow. Up comes the little plants, grow, grow, grow. See you next time, friends, and keep dreaming of spring.